Hi, it's Terry Joyce. I'm broadcasting. I'm getting ready to do the show. I'm a little bit freaked out right now because I haven't really seen the other acts online. I'm sure it's going to be all right. I'm just worrying. I'm going to do just a little bit of social networking here while I'm waiting to do the show. I know this might be not be the most interesting point of the evening, but I got like a little bit of something going on there. Hollywood, Hemptress, Power. Alright, check out the pens or listen to us at... I couldn't do any social networking earlier tonight. I did a birthday party celebration for a friend of mine named Jesse Spomberg on Fight Church TV, so I just got back from that. And I wasn't able to plug this like I wanted to. But it doesn't really matter because it's the internet and anybody could be listening at any time, watching at any moment. And I'm just gonna like throw it out there to see what happens. Somebody has like contacted me through Skype, so I'm gonna find out who that is after I send one more thing out to Freedom of Joyce. Okay. Somebody's contacted me, so I'm gonna find out who that is. Recent. Oh, Sam's here. Awesome. Awesome. Woohoo! Sam's online. I don't know if Kevin Korn's there yet. Kevin Korn and North Blatt are not online yet. They ought to be here soon, but they know that they're co-hosting, so hopefully they log on in a moment so I don't have to worry about it. Alright, so I'm going to smoke some herb now before we start. I went to this broadcast. I had a couple of drinks, and I wish I only had two, but it was probably two that I shouldn't have had. You know how that goes. I'm not good with alcohol. I used to be okay with it, but I was never really very good with it overall. All right, we got 10 minutes before the show starts. No one's watching me now either, but maybe like later on you'll join me. Alright. A little bit of pot. Got my little heater going on here to warm things up. Getting ready to do the show. Then we're gonna do trips after hours, and it should be a really fun night. Had something. I'm gonna admit, had something kind of disturbing happen today. Oh, I have one viewer. Welcome to the show. Hollywood Hemptress Hour is going to start here in just a moment. We're gonna like do the behind the scenes live broadcast of everything that's going on. I just got done from being at Cadigan's Bar, doing a roast for Jesse Spomberg. Jesse Spomberg does Fight Church TV, which is like at Cadigan's Bar in Portland, Oregon. It's a community kind of thing. Jesse Spomberg was really part of the motivation behind. He was very much a part of the campaign, the anti-fluoride campaign that happened here in Portland, Oregon, and also with some of the Occupy people who were also behind it. We basically did a lot of social networking and live streamed a lot of information over the internet about how bad and how awful fluoride is for you, and how it stops the pineal gland from expanding, and yeah. So I got invited to do his show earlier this year. I've done about 3 different shows with him. And he's actually, I'm privileged to say that I've been invited to take over Fight Church TV if he can't do it at any point in time. Like for instance, he said sometimes I might end up in jail, and I guess like that's what happens to you when you're a person that speaks out vocally and makes change in your community. You might actually end up in jail. I mean, like he's a guy that does big events, so food drives for children, and has hip hop artists come out and perform, and us show up and support to create food for children. But when you do stuff like that, you might end up in jail. I mean, you do something for your community so that children have coats. Like he does all these things where I just went to a big barbecue bash where you go and there was this big festival going on, and you throw in a coat and you get all this barbecue stuff and food, and you just give a coat to a kid that might need a coat. But you do stuff like that, you might end up in jail. I mean, I find that like what kind of world that you do, that you actually do humanitarian efforts for. You do things that are for the community of people, but you know what? You might end up in jail. Jesse Spomberg just told me recently that he is going to be on Hollywood Hemptress Hour. He did a show that I did recently based on hemp and marijuana, and I met some very cool people. A dispensary not too far down the street called OMPP or OMP, and also Chris Tenson from Oregon Hempworks was on the show. And they're going to be on this show too as well, and Jesse's going to be on this show. Jesse also organized an Occupy movement, not like a regular Occupy movement, because there's this whole Occupy stigma, now we're not the Occupy people that were we're not the homeless people Occupy people, or we're Occupy people that I don't know. I even had one kid who I met recently. He was 15. He was organizing things in Occupy Portland, and he always feels embarrassed. He goes, "Well, I don't advertise with everyone that I was part of Occupy because I don't have an Occupy stigma." And I find that interesting. What stigma do we have? Why do we have a stigma? Because we basically said that a 1% existed. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I have stigma. I'm ashamed because I'm saying that 1% of our population owns all the wealth in the entire world. And they're the bankers and they're corrupt. Oh, like I have to have a stigma about that. This is like what I feel that our society has permeated into our into the way that we feel and how we're going to like say who we are. It's almost like, well, it's like it's the new communism. The Occupy movement's the new communism. Anyways, I'm gonna get my soapbox here for a second and see what's going on with the show. Basically, the one person, like, I know there's one person watching me. One person who might be the 1%. I guess if the 1% is watching me, so oh, I'm getting a call. Hi, Casper.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me? Casper, can you hear me?
Hello. I don't hear you.
Oh no, let me see what's going on.
I'm trying to hear you. You sound real faint.
Okay.
What's the matter?
I don't know. I don't
Should I call
know.
your phone?
Let me check my settings.
Huh?
Let me check my settings really quick.
All right.
7010. Damn it, I don't know why he can't hear me. Can you hear me now?
Whoa, kind of. You're coming in better.
Okay, let me check and see what's going on with my other settings here.
Now you better.
How about now?
Yes, I hear you now.
Okay. All right. It might have been. It's weird. There's the other show that I did. The friend of mine cooked up a video cam, and now I can't seem to like run my sound or anything without plugging this video cam in.
All right.
So I have to figure out like how I can adjust that.
All right.
But are you hearing me okay now?
Yeah, that's how I got a crack in your voice.
Oh really?
Yeah. And I hear my echo coming back to me.
Yeah, I can hear that too.
Would it be better if I called you with the phone?
I don't know. I mean, like I might be able to, but we're about to go on, aren't we?
Well, I hope the network we can go on a minute.
I mean, I could like reboot my computer really quick and see what happens.
All right.
You want me to do that?
Yes. Is Kevin supposed to be on with you for the first hour?
Yes, Kevin, and also North Black too as well, and Sam Gurna is also the first guest.
Well, Sam Gurna hasn't contacted me yet.
I think he sent you. He said that he sent you a friend request. He didn't do it.
No, I didn't. I don't have a friend request from anybody.
Okay. Let me see. I sent a friend. He said I sent a friend request a time for him, but maybe he did it to the wrong one. What is your email on the? Well.
I'm the only time for him.
Okay.